There's other videos on the site that talk about the importance of block scheduling and putting primary blocks in first. I wanted to actually do kind of like a little science experiment because I've heard lots of speakers in the past who talk about, philosophies or theories like this, but I've never seen it done myself. So I thought it would be fun to show how blocking your schedule makes sense and putting the primary appointments in first makes sense. Now, primary appointments, these rocks are my primary appointments. A primary appointment is something that's going to help you hit your daily goal for your office production. So in our office, it's anything $750 or more. So if the appointment is worth what we consider a high dollar value, it's a primary appointment. So that's what these rocks represent. I then have pebbles. Pebbles are secondary appointments. These are ones that have some sort of value associated with them, but they're not high dollar value. So it might be fillings, it might be whitening, it might be different smaller procedures, not necessarily based off the time, but based off the dollar value. So primary, secondary. And then I have sand, and sand is everything we consider tertiary. So it's appointments that we need to do, but they don't have a dollar value necessarily associated with them. So, adjustments, emergencies, new patient consults, those are considered tertiary. Like they will turn out to hopefully eventually become primary appointments, but right now they're $0 value. Now, the idea behind this is I want to get all of this to fit into my vase. And if I put in just a lot of little stuff, a lot of, adjustments and evaluations and consults, when I go to get a primary appointment in front of me, or I go to schedule a primary appointment, there's not going to be any room to fit in the schedule. So the idea behind this is to visualize why it's important that we put the rocks in first, the primary appointments into our schedules first, then fill it with secondary and tertiary appointments. Because if we don't, we're not going to have room in our schedule to put enough of these in to hit our daily goal. Okay, so we're back in kindergarten again. We're playing with sand and rocks. So what I want to do is show, have I filled my schedule? If I fill my schedule first with sand, which is all the little appointments, the adjustments and the evaluations, and I fill the vase up, or the day in my schedule up, with the sand. Okay, so now my schedule looks full. My vase looks full, right? My schedule's full, but now I'm trying to fit in fillings. So now I'm putting in all of my little things, my secondary, okay? Now I have, let's say, all my secondary appointments in there. The doctor now is like, okay, our goal is X amount a day. We have to make sure we have enough primary appointments in there. I now have to fit all of these primary appointments into the schedule. But if I've already filled the day with a lot of other little stuff, when I go to try to fit in the primaries, which are these rocks, as you can see, they don't fit, okay? And the only way I'm going to get these to sort of fit is to double book, triple book, and it's going to end up making a mess in my day. So what I want to do is I always want to block my schedule so that the primary appointments go in first. When I do that, we're going to hit our daily goal and everything's going to fit because I'm going to fit all the other appointments around it. So let me show you now the same example, but when we put the primary appointments in first. Now let's assume that these are my primaries, secondary and tertiary, but I'm going to block my schedule, or in this case, my vase, and I'm not going to put anything in there until I get the primaries in first. Let's say my goal for the day is, $6,000, so I want to get my primaries in first. So I'm going to stick, sorry about the noise, the primary appointments in first. See how I have plenty of room to put them in to make sure that we're going to get the day successful and that everything's going to fit. Now I'm going to take my secondaries. My primaries are in. Now I have plenty of room to add my secondaries, which are my pebbles. So now I've got my goal met. I've got all my secondaries in there, and there's still room so I can put in my adjustments and my tertiary appointments, and it fits all around the pebbles and the rocks, and I'm going to hit my daily goal, and everything fits. And if we're using this as a representation of our day, I have room for lunch, and I have room to fit in a couple of emergencies. So the idea behind this is to show you why it's important visually to block your day. Go into your schedules, put primary appointments in, block them. Do not fill the day with other stuff until you've gotten those appointments in. Then put the rest in, and everything's going to fit, and you're going to have a productive day, a happy team, and happy patients.